Bullshit.
It's the No BS Marketing Show. I'm Dave Mastovich, CEO and founder of Massolutions, the world's only no bullshit marketing firm. Many times, products and companies are formed because someone was frustrated with not having a product to solve a problem or to take care of something that they wanted to do that would make their lives easier. They start developing ways to solve this problem for themselves, and they end up creating something that changes how we do things, and the product becomes big, and a company is formed. Brad Baxter, founder and CEO of Whisker, the leading innovator in pet tech and refined pet accessories, is one of those stories. I came across his story on Inc.com, and it goes something like this. Baxter grew up with a dad who was an entrepreneur. He admired what his dad was doing, but he wasn't sure he would want to have the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. Then, one day he was cleaning a mess his cats made because their litter box wasn't clean enough. And he decided to fix that. He wanted to build a better mousetrap, or in this case, build a better litter box. He wanted to create a self-cleaning litter box that would work with gravity. I hear that and I say, all right, I have no idea how that's going to happen, but he didn't have the money to invest in the tools to build the prototype. His dad offered to invest in the company and refinanced his house to do so, which enabled Brad to start building the products. He launched Autopets, which became Whisker, and they began selling the products mainly on Amazon. The company did well. I love hearing success stories built on ingenuity and the desire to find a solution to a problem that you personally have that you know might also help others. And Brad Baxter's story hits home with me on a number of levels. First, I too grew up admiring my dad, who was an entrepreneur. And I always thought, if I ever form a company, I want to be like he was, the way he did whatever it took for him to find solutions for his clients' problems. Then the part about how Brad formed this company because he solved a problem that was near and dear to him that he knew others probably had the same problem. I can relate to that as well. When I was in top leadership positions doing turnarounds early in my career or growth of organizations or divisions of organizations, I was often frustrated by the approach and processes or lack thereof that ad agencies, digital marketing and marketing communications firms, PR companies, sales consultants, and others took when I was trying to solve problems. I particularly hated when the top creative person at that marketing agency or advertising agency or digital firm would talk down to clients and mystify marketing and act like he or she was an artiste. I was already battling trying to explain to the leadership team how we needed to change how we told our story and how we changed our marketing and our selling and our business development. But now I had to deal with an artiste mystifying things when I knew what real marketing was. I knew what worked. I understood the teachings of Philip Kotler, the father of marketing, and I had successfully helped companies grow from millions to billions. Yet these artistes tried to tell me about the latest flavor of the month, the latest ways to do creative or to buy advertising, to manipulate readers, viewers, listeners. That's why when I had the chance to start a company, I started Massolutions under the idea of any company should be able to do real marketing, regardless of their size or industry, regardless of their budget. And real marketing included having a top and bottom line incentive of performance for your marketing team, having your marketing team understand margins and break-even analysis and how to make things happen at the company, how the creative art was driven by the behavioral science. That's what I wanted to do with my company. So I can relate to Brad Baxter's story about being frustrated with a problem he personally had, but also knew that others had, and wanting to find the solution for that and how that could lead to founding a company. But the Brad Baxter story goes a step beyond. He tells about how he thought the Amazon sales, online Amazon sales of his product, were cannibalizing the company's direct sales. Imagine knowing that your biggest source of revenue, your biggest way of getting sales, was actually hurting the company. He said he was afraid to cut them off. And that's where his dad comes in again. His dad told him he shouldn't delay the hard decisions because eventually they'll catch up to you and take you down. He pulled the plug on Amazon based on his dad's advice. And their sales remained steady. But they saw an improvement in their margins while simplifying their order flow by selling directly to their customers. They grew 1,000% since this change. Yes, you heard that correct. They grew 1,000%. And they've expanded and even moved into the dog market too. He said how great it is for his dad to see and be a part of his success, and that his dad taught him confidence, and that the right way is not always the easiest way. That if you do things right and you build a solid foundation, you can build a business. That's another life experience that Brad Baxter and I share, learning from insightful, intelligent, driven, loving dads. My dad taught me confidence and that the right way is not always the easiest way too. He also pushed me to not put off tough decisions because, as he would say, they'll eventually bite you in the ass. He told me to stay true to my core values, build that foundation, because that can build a business. So here's a thank you to Jim Baxter, Brad Baxter's dad, and my dad, Mike Tyke, nicknamed Tyke, Mastovich, for all their insights and the teachings over the course of our lifetimes. For you, if you're a leader, communicator, and a loyal no BSer, I hope you take away that you too need to realize that if there's something that you see in the marketplace that's frustrating you, take a chance at trying to build that. If you stick to your core values, you begin to build a foundation that enables you to build a business, grow the company you're with, whether you own it or not, and to grow personally and professionally. Also, like both of our dads told us, the easiest choice isn't always the best. Do the right choice and don't cut corners. Thanks for listening to another episode of the No BS Marketing Show, recorded in our Massolutions studios right here in bold, beautiful downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea? And build your story around the answer. It's all about bold solutions, no BS.